Hello and welcome to BetterQuest, a show about getting better and holding you, the MinnMax community, accountable. Jeff Cork, you have to do that. Wind up. You. I'm Ben Hanson, joined by Jeff Cork.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Really well. In studio.
In studio.
Get that mic a little bit closer. It's a very clean mic, I promise.
See, context clues. You said get it closer. You didn't say in relation to what, but I knew. It's that kind of chemistry, people.
That's right.
Simpatico.
The bits, the bam, the wham. We got it all. This show is a call-in show. We're taking calls from the MinnMax community in the MinnMax Discord, which is exclusive to Patreon supporters, specifically because we can't take calls from everybody. We'd be here all night. I'm sorry, but we reserved the call-ins for the $20 tier. So if you're at the MinnMax Council tier, the $20 tier, then you can jump in that Discord. You can follow the link, supports on Patreon. You get access to the Discord. Then that's where these calls are coming from. Because I'm guessing some people are watching this, and I imagine a majority are watching this and saying, I don't understand where these calls are coming from, how that whole system works. If you have any questions about it, let us know, because we'd love to hear from you. We love new voices, but we have some wonderful older voices as well.
Yeah?
But young in spirit. And what we're going to be doing is talking about personal goals.
Personal goals.
Yeah, this is the third episode of BetterQuest. So we're going to be talking about how the personal goals we set for ourselves last month have gone throughout the month of July. And then we're going to be setting new goals for ourselves in August here. And the community is going to be doing the same thing. Isn't that right, Jeff Cork?
It's true.
How are you doing? How was your last month?
It went well. Well, you go first.
Okay.
What was your goal?
Okay, so just before this, your goal was to start painting / get better at painting.
Make a painting.
Make a painting, technically. Oh, hang on. The exact wording I have written down from last month is make one painting that looks good.
Oh, no, I don't remember that second qualifier. Make one painting that looks good. Okay.
Seems important. My goal last month was to limit screen use on my phone. Just limit time on my phone overall, because it is bad. I know I have a problem with this. I got Twitter and Facebook off my phone like 7 years ago or something like that. But still, I will constantly be checking my phone. I will check Slack 40, 50 times a day. Like, it is really bad. And so I've been trying to think of ways to get around this. And so what I came up with last month was, how about I have to do 10 reps of push-ups, sit-ups, squats every time I open a social media app on my phone. So I took like YouTube, including YouTube, I took Slack, I took other social things, the Patreon app. I put that all in a BetterQuest folder on my phone. And every time I opened that up to check it, I had to do 10 squats.
Could you do a strafing run across several apps? Just the act of opening the folder?
This is the number one problem, Jeff Cork, is I wasn't clear with my rules. It was a little bit mushy because it became like, well, I did 60 push-ups this morning, so that means I can check my thing 6 times. Can I preload it?
Oh, you're banking it, kind of?
I didn't set that rule for myself. I feel like it was a little bit ambiguous. And also that strafing run of, well, I opened one, I guess I'll keep opening these. And like, well, I'm already in bed. What am I going to do? Get up and go do squats? And so it started to fall apart. I was doing an okay job overall. And then I went on a trip to Seattle. And maybe it was just like,
Washington?
The very same. But, it was like visiting my girlfriend's family. So maybe it's just a little bit of like, comfort food. I like to have my social apps in my pocket whenever I need it.
I like to do push-ups when people are trying to watch a movie.
Out of the way. This is squat territory, baby. And so I really fell apart there. And I was on those apps so much. And this is maybe dumb. And if you're hip and on the internet, you're watching this and you're very hip, I promise. But, have you heard the term doom scrolling, Jeff Cork?
No.
Oh, interesting. So it has become a growing word in the lexicon, and it's perfect. But doom scrolling is just scrolling through Twitter, scrolling through social media, just getting more and more bummed out, but you never stop.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect word. It's like, yes, that's what our society needs, is defining what that feeling is. And then doom scrolling came out. It's like, yes, that's perfect. But looking at Google, doom scrolling was invented in late March.
Really?
Yeah. And it says this quick turnaround and it's spreading. It's the very, German thing of just, there's a sensation. We need a word for it. Now we have it as a society.
It seems like the providers or creators, arbiters of those social media platforms should have some kind of thing in there where it's just like, all right, you've had enough. Like, you can only scroll to a certain point, and then it's just like, are you sure you want to keep doing this?
Yes.
And,
yeah.
You could do it. Turn on your front-facing camera and take a picture of you And then you're just like, oh.
See, but that's the problem is, of course, they don't want to do that. Why would they disincentivize you from using their app and staying in their ecosystem and all that fun stuff?
Well, then they could take that picture of you and write like, having a great time on Twitter. And they'll like, and do some kind of filter on the face.
Yeah, so it ends up working up okay. Yeah. But I was, I've been thinking more about social media. And I think, last month I talked about how I do believe in the future, within 20 years, it'll be seen as somewhere in the realm of smoking. Not as bad as smoking was, but it will be a thing of like, oh my God, can you believe as a society we were so into it as
Oh yeah, it'll be like, can you believe that they gave like opiates to women who were nursing?
Yes, it'll be somewhere in that vein, right? And so I was thinking more about social media, and it's like, hey,
what is this?
What is social about it?
Right?
No, but I was thinking about, think about, maybe this is all just personal, but think about what I perceive as my levels of happiness and anxiety, depression, all those things. How has that been trending since I've started using more and more social media? And I feel like all of society, maybe it's just I spend still too much time on Twitter and kind of the gaming sphere of Twitter, but everybody just seems miserable. And I just want to scream, like, it's because you're on social media all the time. Yeah. Get it out of your life or just minimize it any way you can. So anyways, to make this long story even longer, I was completely falling apart. I was going back in. My rules were too mushy. I couldn't do it. And so I said, maybe if I just look at the total stats for how long I've been on my phone this month, maybe that'll be an interesting point of comparison. I can kind of use that. And then I ended up finding, in the iPhone at least, they have settings called screen time. And you can set... So you can limit the screen time for any of these apps. And it's just perfect. And so I set all my social apps at 2 minutes. So I forgot and abandoned the goal, but still modified the goal. I should probably put it. So, I still do push-ups and squats and all that nonsense. But, so now I just have it. So all my social apps, I have 2 minutes.
Does it have a timer on the screen that lets you know when it's...
It'll pop up on the screen and say like, all right, you used up your time here. And there's a button so you can ignore the limits, but F that. But I had to put it on like Google because I would sit on like the Google News feed. I had to put it on basically everything. And then I always had the problem of I would wake up in the morning and just check YouTube, check Gmail, check what Twitter's up to in the morning. And I hated it so much. And so now I have another option on my phone, which is, gosh, I forget the name of it. It's in that same area where the screen time app limits is thing. Downtime, something like that, I think it's called on iOS. But I have it set so that my phone can only do podcast calls and text messaging from 6 in the morning to 10 in the morning.
Oh.
And it's perfect. Like, I love that Apple gave us those features. I'm sure Android features like this exist as well, but this is what I need. Now I know I will never take that off my phone.
Yeah, that's great.
It's perfect. There's no more laying in bed watching YouTube, and even it's refreshing for... I'll be playing a game and I would still always be going to my phone, just like, let me check Discord, let me check Slack real quick. And now it's like, now I can actually focus on the game and there's not this gnawing thing. The only thing gnawing in my pocket is now like, going to Google Docs to add notes for the deepest dive on Halo Combat Evolved, by the way. Please check that out. So that's where I ended up with the social media thing. And I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot now. This combined with meditating from the previous month, like, all right, these are two successes in my book, even if the last one was a little bit.
It's kind of a pivot,
a bit of a Jeremy pivot,
productive way. Because I think the end goal was the same, even if the way you got there was different.
Yes.
So like when I said I was going to lose the rest of that weight, gaining it back in a way was a different approach.
Did that really happen?
Close to it.
Really? What happened, man?
I hate being alive right now. I'm just so bummed out all the time, just kind of to your whole like doom scrolling thing. And I am just going literally insane. Like, I don't know, man. It just seems like everything is so overwhelming and
that's tied
hopeless.
To food in a big way.
I just feel like at this point in my life, I'm like, I'll get around to that later. If it brings me some small, tiny amount of pleasure, I'm just going to go with it because everything is so awful and demoralizing.
I understand that, but that means a BetterQuest ain't working for you. I mean, the pressure isn't there. Do we need to put consequences on if you're not hitting this?
I don't know what the consequences are going to be. Like, unless someone's going to come over and beat me up or something.
Hang on, actually, the chat.
Come over to my house and beat me up.
Yeah, the chat, it's filled with people from the Backstage Pass volunteering to go over there and beat you up.
I will do it for free.
So, the weight thing, are you just going to drop it at this point, or how are you feeling about the
for now, honestly, I just don't know that I am willing to make it a priority as much as it needs to be. You know what I mean? It's just like just being at home all the time. It really is. It is killing me. So like, yeah.
That's rough. David Clapp in the chat said that he's coming for you.
He's coming for me. Okay.
Yeah.
And make it hurt. Hit me in the neck as hard as you can. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy. Bob Beal says, I heard there was a cork wamping happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on down, everybody.
I want to see a cloud of dust with arms and legs coming out periodically and maybe stars.
Oh, God. Okay, so the weight loss thing,
that's
shelved. Disappointing, Cork. I'm disappointed.
I'm very disappointed too, but at the same time, it's like I spend so much time of my waking energy like being hard on myself that it's like I'm gonna let that go. I think ultimately, like that's
sure. And your goal was to paint a painting that looks good. How did it go? What was your journey?
My journey for that. Okay, first of all, I did not have any painting supplies.
Okay,
so that was a problem.
Yeah.
So I kind of. And the thing is, too, like, I am not a painter. I've done, like, one painting project, but it was, like, pixel art that was more, more crafty than anything else, right? It was, like, a very mechanical...
the stencils, yeah.
It is as much as painting is, like, someone who says that they're, like, artistic because they make perler beads. It's like, no, that's a fun craft, but it's not, there's nothing artistic about that, you know what I mean? You're just, like, following a thing and whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know how to do any of this. Well, fortunately, there is, and I'll give them a little bit of a shout out, a local art supply store that I've gone to before for some other stuff called Wet Paint in St. Paul. They're fantastic. I called the guy, cold call. I'm like, here's the deal. I want to make a painting. I want to paint this thing. What do I need? Well, first I asked, do you have a lot of time? And he's like, yeah, I guess it's pretty slow. Because, like, they're closed, right?
Yeah, I'm just really staring at wet paint over here.
Just let me help you. So he walked me through step by step. Like, this is what you need. You need this, you need this, you need that. And then I was like, if I send you a picture of what I want to paint, and I make my color selections, could you tell me if that's good? And he's like, yeah, for sure. So Scott at Wet Paint, excellent resource. The best. So then I got all the supplies.
Yeah.
And then I looked at them. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So I watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials, and that was mostly a stalling tactic because I was like, if I do that, I can at least pretend that I'm practicing in a way.
I think the problem is you're trying to go in cold and nail it out of the gate. You know, here's the greatest thing I ever heard is one time Andrew Stanton, the film director, he said that like, writing and directing or just crafting a story, people treat it like trying to learn to play the guitar by reading all the books a lot and then getting ready, and then the first time you pick up the guitar, you can play perfectly. He's like, that's not how you do it. You got to go in there and do it sloppy for a long time.
That's the thing is, like, with a lot of the stuff that I do, I have done it for a long time, so I'm pretty good at it. So then trying something, like, completely out of my comfort zone, I have, like, a mental image of what I want something to be, and it was very frustrating. Like, I was at the point where I'm like, I don't think I know how to use a paintbrush. So I was watching, like, how do you put paint on a paintbrush in YouTube? Like, I learned that that's called loading a paintbrush. Like, I was at that level. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I don't know any of it. So I did get to a point where, like, I sent Tiffany, my wife, a text at some point being like, I hate this painting so much that I want to burn it and then get it out of the house. I don't even want to be in the same room as it. Because I set it up on the like this little table easel on our kitchen table. So it was like there all the time. And I would like do some stuff and then I'd look at it and like my youngest son, he was very encouraging. He's like, you know, Dad, you can't mess anything up. You can always paint over it, you know?
All right, then, like, that's nice advice.
But there are times where I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know what this is going to look like. And it was like, this is awful. This looks like a cartoonishly bad painting that someone would have to get a laugh on a sitcom.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because like there's this one part where I was like, I want to nail this one part of the painting.
Yeah.
So then I couldn't do it. I was just like, because it felt like I was like trying to like do something really precise while wearing like oven mitts or something.
Yeah.
And then like
but the oven mitts are your brain.
Because I was looking at the subject and I was like, it should look like this. And I just with a pen drew it and it looked exactly like it should look.
Right.
Because I'm used to drawing with a pen, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like with the paintbrush, I'm just like, nope. It felt like I was like the paintbrush was like this long. It was.
Oh my god.
So anyway, here's where this is big build up.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I can look at it and I'm okay with it.
How many layers of paint? Is this like 3 inches on top?
It weighs 10 pounds. So all I ask is to be gentle.
Yep.
Like, don't say like you see something that you could be better. Like, oh, that one part there could be better. Everything you hate about this, I hate more, and I've agonized over it. But this is what I have.
Okay.
And there's a couple things there's some things I need to work on. I'm like,
hang on, I need to get my laps up before I see this painting. And if you're listening to this version, I'm sorry. You can watch the reveal on YouTube.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm gonna laugh no matter what. Okay.
There it is.
No, turn it around. That's lovely. What are you talking about?
That's a picture of my dog, Cora.
It's a lovely painting of a pup. I thought he was going to be a human, and it was going to be like this abomination. Jeff Cork! That's great, man! For the audio listeners, it's basically a doodle. It's like he spilled paint on it.
It looks like he sat in paint and then sat on the canvas.
Chat says it's great. They love it.
I honestly, though, one thing that I will say that I took away from it is like, now I know that if I were to do the same thing over again, I know how I would approach it differently. I learned
get a prettier dog,
get a better dog, and a prettier one too. But I know how to blend colors, which I wasn't confident about. Like the one mistake I made early on was like, these are the colors that I see in this photo. I want to get all these colors. And now I'm more confident near the end of like, oh, this is this kind of color. So I can take this color and blend it and make that rather than like looking for the precise. So I got more free with it near the end.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to continue because I did really enjoy it.
So, I mean, this is a weird thing is I've been stacking my quests here. Are you committed to stacking all your quests too? Or the weight is off the table, but you're going to stack the painting?
Absolutely. I think that next time I will try something. That was the other thing that really like burned me out. I was like, oh no, there's too many things going on in this picture. But I think I would like to focus on like something bigger, like more of a focus thing rather than like the entire body of an animal. Just like
something bigger. You mean like a
more
range?
close up thing.
Oh,
I think I'd like to do that.
Interesting. Could I see it one more time? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it?
Kick a hole through it.
Are you really?
No. I'm going to put it in the house somewhere. I don't know.
If you're embarrassed, I mean, we'd love to have it in the MinnMax studio.
Well, I would like to finish it then. I still feel like there's a couple things that, like I said, but yeah.
That's great. That's great. Was the dog's face tough? Like to get it, because it's a smiley picture, but you don't want like goofy
that was
cartoon
the other
dog.
thing too. It was like the initial sketch that's underneath all that paint was pretty spot on. Like I looked at that and I was so smug.
Yeah.
I was like, this painting is easy. I got this.
Right.
And then I put the paint on and it was just like, oh no.
And that's the whole thing. It's putting the paint on.
It's, as it turns out, paint is a big part of painting. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have our new August goals. Should we save them for the end of the show?
I could go either way. I feel like we've been talking a lot.
Yeah,
at the same time,
we got to get to some of these calls here. These people might be waiting around for us.
Well, hopefully one of your goals is be more patient, you jerks.
We gotta go. We gotta go now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've it's kind of like been my side goal is the running thing. And this month, really, really loved it. And I still love the idea of waking up, going running immediately before you shower, because by the time noon rolls around, you don't even remember running. Like it really was a challenge to be like, I was over by the river this morning. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
And so it got to the point where I was doing over 3 miles every morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, I could do like a 5K. Like that's what I'm doing every morning.
You are doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy because I've always been terrible at running. And then last Thursday, I noticed like, my knee feels a little weird. I'm going to keep going. And then Friday kept going as well. And I was like, oh, this is pretty rough. Okay. And then let it sit over the weekend. This Monday, got back out there, did the run. And it was like, I wasn't even halfway to my turnaround spot. And I was like, oh, this knee's bad. But like, I think it's kind of fun to be hurt. I'm going to keep on rolling. Now it's very bad. And so looked it up. It turns out it's like my IT band.
Oh, you have to get one of those like elastic things.
there's a lot of different things that everybody recommends, different stretches and stuff. But the point is I have to be cool and not run for a while, because it's funny that like you look up common knee injuries while running and it's like, well, it's either this or it's this. And if it's on the side, that means it's your IT band is effed up. And that's what's going on with me. So like going up and down stairs is rough. I have to do like this stiff peg leg motion. It's a weird thing. So it sucks now because I was really in that groove and really enjoying it. And now like even biking is stressful for it.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
So I'm going to join you and come up to your weight if that's okay. Do it. Okay, great. William Garcia says, stretching helped my knees a lot, which I didn't expect when I was running like crazy. Here's the thing. Here's my fatal flaw.
You don't stretch.
Don't stretch. Not a stretcher. No. It turns out that maybe it came back to bite me in the ass, bite me in the knees specifically. So if you have any tips on how to help repair an IT band, and don't say turn it off and turn it back on again, let me know. Hey, let's take some calls, huh? Stray Sheep is the first caller here. I don't believe... Did I get that right? Is this a new $20 supporter? What? Doth my eyes deceive me?
This is the first call. Don't blow it, Stray Sheep.
There we go. Hopefully I have the tech ironed out. Oh, doesn't need to be a video call, does it? That's rude.
No.
Join video call. Join call.
There we go.
Hello, Stray Sheep.
Hi there.
Oh my gosh. Hello. How's it going, sir?
Good. This is actually Tanner. I guess my Discord name is off.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, there's always a disconnect between those. But is this your first time calling?
Yes, it is. I'm glad I've done it right so far.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for going through the hoops. Was it a complicated process to figure out how to call in?
No, I mean, the big thing was getting on the list.
Right. Well, hey, thank you for calling in.
There's plenty of helpful people in the community for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me be the first to say that just painting is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Do you feel that, Cork? Everybody in the chat was really genuinely loving it, saying, I'm not even trying to be nice. I genuinely think that painting rules.
Oh, well, that's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
I wish you were talking to me a week ago when I really needed you the most.
Stray Sheep / Tanner, what is your quest for August?
Yeah, so part of the reason I'm calling here now is that I'm actually in America at the moment, but I live in Germany.
Oh, wow.
And I've lived there for the last 3 years, but the problem for me is that unlike in America, Germans can speak multiple languages. So everyone at my office speaks English to me all the time, so my German's kind of lacking, I guess.
Right.
So my goal...
Well, we've lost him.
Really?
Sorry, you cut out. What your goal was?
Wow, the suspense. To get better at speaking German.
Great. How is your German right now? How complex is it?
I mean, it's good enough to get around the city and everything. I mean, it's fairly decent, but I need to actually put more effort into it, I guess.
Yeah. What's that look like then? Downloading apps?
I'm going to try to consume German content like 3 times a week. And I will keep a log of everything I do for that. Yeah. And I want it to be kind of like fun examples. So, for example, I've watched some of the Pokemon cartoon in German.
Yeah. And everybody knows what Pikachu is in German.
Pikachu.
Dang it! Hey, you're speaking German already. Yes. This is amazing, Stray Sheep. Oh boy, that's a fun one. Well, hey, best of luck. And when you call in next month, you need to speak entirely in German.
Oh God. Okay.
Real quick.
I'll do what I can.
Real quick. Where in Germany are you living usually?
Augsburg.
See, the only correct answer is Cologne, and then I could talk to you about that. But that's the only place I've ever been in Germany.
I have been to Gamescom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not this year though, unfortunately.
Yeah. What year did you go?
Last year for the first time.
Oh, isn't it amazing?
It is amazing, but my goodness, there's a lot of people there.
So many. Maybe we saw each other, Tanner.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that guy?
Afraid not.
Okay, well then I guess not. Maybe next time. Best of luck with the German, sir, and thanks for calling in, and thanks for your support of MinnMax overall.
Yes, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
All
Bye.
Right, take care. Well, he knows the drill.
He's falling down the drain.
Back to Germany I go. Okay, there are 2 Ian Clarks in the Discord. This is, of course...
One is Ian, one's Ian.
This is Ian to Clark, I believe is how he pronounces it. Hello, Ian.
Hello, you got the right one?
Yes. Oh, perfect. How's it going, sir?
Very well, thank you. You know, Hanson, I had this IT ban issue when I was a young man like yourself.
Oh, really?
Just take ibuprofen.
So
ibuprofen?
if I take ibuprofen, I can continue to run? Because it hurts going downstairs quite a bit.
I had the same. My wife's a family nurse practitioner, and I was one of those, you know, in my 30s, like, don't give me medicine. You know, I'm going to figure this out the wholesome way. But you have some inflammation. You need to take some ibuprofen, and I'm going to let her listen to this so she knows that I listen. You know, that was 10 years ago for me or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, hey, I'm listening to you. I'm giving good advice now.
This is amazing. Well, thanks, Doc. It turns out pills were the answer the whole time.
Yes.
IBAN is short for ibuprofen. We should have seen the clues.
Oh, it was there. Absolutely. Well, Ian, your goal was to continue to lose weight. How's that gone for you?
It's gone really well, actually. This morning, I did hit my goal.
Hey!
So I was, and I hate talking about the numbers, but I was 246.6 pounds at the start. By the time we had our first BetterQuest, I think I maybe had lost a pound or two. And so this morning, I weighed in at 230.2. So I beat it by 0.4.
Nice.
And I'm going to continue to go. I got, like I said, I should probably be $180. But it's going really well. I've been going to the gym 4 days a week with my daughter and keeping that up. But I do have a new quest.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like you, Hanson. I don't want to stack them.
You're going to stack them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
All right.
So I know I've said this before. I'm in my 40s, my early 40s. I've always been terrible at money. I just, it doesn't really matter to me. My hobby is playing video games. I'm a responsible father with 2 kids. I got a lot of stuff going on. My wife is, in the workforce as well. I have to start being serious, because I've been in the workforce for over 20 years. In just over 20 years, I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
And I need to start taking things serious. So I'm going to start getting involved with, I think there's some Intuit apps I can get, but my 401k has just been sitting there for years. I watch it occasionally, but I don't really watch it. I'm like, oh, that's good, or oh, that's bad. So I'm going to be intentional about actually learning what I can do to better my future when I don't have to grind as much as I've done over the years to make a living.
Does that mean investing in biomedical or some nonsense like that, or to what extent?
I don't know. The first step, I also have a hurdle because my daughter starts college here in a week. She leaves for college. So there are still some obvious responsibilities that I'm going to have to put first before I can do too much. But just in general, my awareness and being more intentional with how I spend my money, and actually being on, using that new map and being on this, not eating out and watching what I eat has been a great first step in kind of being better with my finances. Yeah. But just, not going crazy out there, especially like when you're watching Twitch and, gifting us stuff, that's nice and that's fun and stuff, but just being more aware of how I'm using my money. Yeah. And it's not nickel and diming myself.
For sure. Well, on that note, if you want to drop down a tier on the Patreon, that's totally fine. Just to be clear, you can contribute to BetterQuest by just being in the Discord channel, and in doing the text version, because we have a whole spreadsheet where you can enter your goal there. So if this is part of it, I understand this is a complicated web that we're weaving here, but if you need to step it down, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm doing okay otherwise. So I think we're fine there. Okay. So as a matter of fact, in my birthday month, I might go up to the Wall of Heroes. So we'll see.
Ooh, well, that'd be fun. Yeah, get a picture. Get one of those fun weight loss pictures on the TV back there.
Maybe in another 30 pounds.
Buy some big old pants.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun goal. Well, hey, best of luck, and let us know on the Discord how it's going.
You betcha.
All right, take care. Bye.
Yep.
Do you think he's from Minnesota? Does he know the You Betcha thing? Was he pandering to us? Does everybody know the You Betcha thing?
I think he was insulting you.
Hey, I'm gonna call my guy. Hey, you got some nerve. I got some money for you. It's called a fistful of dollars. Kabing. Okay, calling up TimeBombTom. Oh, whoops. Wait, did I do video again?
You keep doing that.
Hey, again, I want to video. Hang on. Hello, TimeBombTom.
Hello.
Oh, hello. How's it going, sir?
Oh, it is going very well. How are you?
Doing good. Your goal is to, oh my gosh, there's so much. Continue.
Kickflip.
Yeah. continue skateboarding, do a kickflip, lose about 10 pounds, and record a deepest dive on Ghost of Tsushima. How is that all going for you, man?
2/3. 2/3 of the way there, I think. Kickflip is down.
What?
I had a video up of a sloppy one. I've gotten better.
Yeah, it was in the Discord channel.
Yep. And then Act 1 of the Ghost Dive we put out last week, so that's up on It's Major Pandas. We're just piggybacking on his podcast, so that's out. I've heard good things about it. People like it, so we're happy.
Yeah, was it tough to record?
Well, we didn't think that it was going to be as long as it ended up being, and it ended up being 4 hours long.
Turns out there's a lot to talk about with these games.
Yes, there is. And even worse is I feel your pain now of sweating in your basement, as I had all fans off, windows closed, 4-hour podcast with my computer right next to me. I was sweating.
It's brutal. It's starting to even out now in the studio. I feel like, it's still too hot. Toasty. It's a little toasty, but I thought we were gonna die at first. Well, hey, congratulations then. That's fun, man.
Yeah, and I got 7 pounds out of the 10 pounds, so I'm gonna double that
70%.
up.
Very good, very good.
I'm gonna do 7 for August. Hopefully.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna do another 7?
Yep, I'm gonna do another 7, and then I'm gonna go more electronic for my goals. I'm actually gonna start a Saturday morning shuffle is what we're calling it. I'm doing streaming on Twitch with my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And I think we're going to do it we want to make it like old Saturday morning cartoons.
But
so
you're
we're
going to
find
become
nice,
cartoons?
colorful games to play, nothing too heavy. So we're looking forward to doing that. It'll probably be about 3 hours Saturday mornings from like 9 o'clock to noon-ish.
3 hours every Saturday?
Yeah. Got to fill that cartoon band in there. We actually do Wednesdays. We do an hour of Minecraft Dungeons, the both of us.
Oh, that's very fun. How's that game going for you?
Huh?
How's that game going for you?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
She carries me at parts. Otherwise, she sings. Get the crowd in. But on top of that, I'm also trying to hit 50 followers on Twitch. I only need 14 more.
Okay.
But if I hit 50 in August, I'm doing some game giveaways.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, there we go. You can post your name, let folks know you're doing that in the BetterQuest channel.
Oh, yeah. And then, we got 2 more episodes of Ghost Dive, so I got to complete that. We got Act 2 and 3. We might have a 4th. If things go right. We have some things trying to line up, but we're going for it.
Sweet. Well, hey, congratulations on all the success so far, and we're looking forward to hearing from you in the next month.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thanks so much, TimeBombTom. Bye.
Bye.
They're always so good.
So good.
On the graceful exit. All right. Watch out for this one, Cork.
Oh.
We got trouble. I
don't believe that's a real name.
Yeah, I believe it's some sort of code name. Draxel is who we're calling up. Hello, Draxel.
How you doing, guys?
Good. Turn your radio down.
Please me?
No, I'm just messing with you. I just wanted to yell that because it's fun. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good. Draxel, would you like to go by Dave Clapp or would you like to go by Draxel?
Just call me Dave.
Okay. And do we have to role play still?
Buddy Dave.
Ah, yes. There we go.
Buddy Dave, friend of the show.
So hang on. If I remember correctly, you called in on the first episode of BetterQuest and then didn't call in last month?
Yeah, it was a no-show last month. I didn't really have quests in mind, but I ended up rereading all of the Harry Potter books kind of as my monthly goal.
Wait, you just said what? That's amazing. Yeah. And you made it through all of them?
Yep. I cheated by listening to audiobooks, but hey.
That's...
Were you like, all right, Dumbledore, now I know. Let's see.
It was really nice rereading them and then watching the movies right afterwards, kind of comparing like, oh, hey, I liked how they added this part, or hey, they missed all this stuff.
Right.
So,
hang on. Rank the Harry Potter books.
Oh, my favorite is probably going to be Deathly Hallows, and then I'd say Order of the Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
Then probably Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets.
He gets it.
Azkaban's that low?
What am I? Azkaban. Oh no. I'd probably put Azkaban above Philosopher's Stone.
Okay. All right, there it is.
So I a Stephen Fry audiobook. It was amazing. I mean, it was dozens and dozens of hours, but very enjoyable.
I cannot imagine. And your goal going back a couple months was to participate in the MinnMax community more. And I feel like you did that. You did like the movie game night and stuff, right?
I did. I kind of dropped off towards the end of the month, but I did participate more. My goal was to do like every day. Didn't end up doing that, but at least it got me one step forward.
Yeah.
So this month is going to be to sleep better. So I've always had a hard time like falling asleep and staying asleep. Get up multiple times a night.
No wonder. That's why you read the Harry Potter books. Am I right?
Yeah. So I've had this sleep tracking device called an Oura ring, and I'm sitting at about just shy of 7 hours a night, and so I'd like to bump that up to like 720 for like consistently over 720 for the entire last week of August. So I'm shutting off lights earlier, looking at getting some like blue blocking glasses for like computer and TV watching as the sun sets. I bought like a pillow that has like cooling fabric in it, because lowering the body's core temperature helps you fall asleep and get better sleep.
Wait, hang on. What does a cooling pillow feel like? I want to feel that.
Yeah, it's this weird fabric that just always feels like cool. It's so strange because you flip your pillow over and it's like, oh, nice, the cool side of the pillow. Right. It's just like that all the time.
Oh my God.
Do either of you guys ever sleep all the way through the night, or do you wake up a bunch of times?
Oh, I sleep all the way through the night 60 to 70% of the time.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in years.
Really?
Yeah.
Because what, you got a pee-pee?
No, I just wake up.
And just stare.
Flip over to the other side and stare. I did wake up the other day. I was dreaming, and in my dream, I was on my back, and an elephant was walking above me, and then it squatted, and its little elephant butt opened up, and it started pooping, and I bolted upright in my bed to get out of the way, because I thought an elephant was going to poop on my head.
And you hit your wife right in the butt.
Right in the butt, exactly. So... it's not usually that exciting.
Yeah, people give me crap for having night terrors every once in a while. Look at you, Mr. Night Terror over there as well.
Yeah, I was like Nosferatu. I envy you, though. I really do wish that I could sleep all the way through. That's like amazing.
It's a real blessing.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a goal. But now I'm just imagining this better sleep that I could have, because combining your fantastical Harry Potter pillow with like a weighted blanket. That sounds like a cool way to sleep, man.
I've never tried a weighted blanket, but I'd like to, especially with winter coming up. But
those are really hot.
I do have, Well, so Katie and I have a sauna, and so I'm gonna start doing that again about an hour before we go to bed.
That's
because
smart.
It seems like. So you want to be cool when you go to bed, and it seems like that would be counterproductive. But what saunas and like hot baths or hot showers do is increased vasodilation. So increases like blood flow and actually kicks your body's cooling mechanism on. So it actually drops you down. Once you get out, it drops you down past where you normally are.
Right.
So your body's actually cooler when trying to go to bed.
That sounds great.
And so I'm going to post like my sleep tracking to the Discord, so you can see like progressively, hopefully getting more and more sleep and better sleep. I used to use like alcohol and other things to try to get to bed, and it's just not healthy. So I'm just trying to do the best possible thing to get the best possible sleep.
Yeah, because you're still a sober lad, right?
Yeah. Had a kind of a celebratory. We had a group of friends together around my birthday and had a celebratory beer, and I was like, yeah, I don't really need it, so I just kind of went back and is still not drinking.
Yeah.
So
that's
it was just more about resetting the relationship with drinking, just because working at a brewery for a long time, it's easy to just have 4 or 5 beers a day.
Yeah, it goes down fast. Well, hey, best of luck, Draxel.
Thank you.
Wish you the best.
I do have a sub quest
to
run 50 miles this month. And I did 41 last month, so
Wow.
I think I'm on par to do that. I'm at 14 miles so far this month, so I think I'm going to hit it, but it's just keeping that consistency. So.
Jesus, when that's the sub quest, you know that you're a real champion. Jesus Christ, man.
The sleep is more important to me. I'm not so worried about the running.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, best of luck with everything, and say hi to Katie for us.
Thanks, guys. We'll do.
All right, bye. Who the hell does he think he is?
I want to know what that pillow feels like. For some reason, it makes me. I bet it feels like what you think a mummy in a movie feels like, real gauzy and kind of coarse.
Yeah, I think I imagine it feels like, or maybe it's just like one of those giant thin Listerine strips, and you just like put your head on that, and it kind of like seeps into your skull. Do you think?
Yeah, that's probably what they do. It's a mentholated strip.
Hello, hell yeah.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, a quiet lad. Welcome to the show. No. I can adjust the levels here. How you doing? I'm sorry to keep you waiting for a while.
No, it's fine. I also have one of those cooling pillows.
What?
And it's amazing.
What does it feel like? Does it feel like a mummy?
This is going to sound bad, but it's not. It, like, the first time I got it, it felt a little wet, but like, just because I'm used to the sensation of cold stuff being wet, but it's not wet, obviously. I don't know.
I don't know that that's obvious, though, so I'm glad you clarified, because I would... That's so weird.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I need to check that out. Anyways, you, just to be clear, you are JT Hell Yeah, correct?
Yes. I just didn't like how there was somebody else in the Discord also named JT Fels, so I didn't want to.
Oh,
step
see,
on toes.
I've even been confusing you two. Okay, so your goal was to lose 15 pounds, go on longer heights, and kiss an armadillo. It says that seems.
I don't know about that last one.
Well,
yeah.
Looks like you failed. Gotta let you go.
Just to give some context, because my first goal for BetterQuest was to lose 20 pounds and I lost 19. So I was pretty bummed out about that. I know that sounds dumb, but I was like determined to hit my 15-pound goal this month. So I changed up my diet. I went on a ton of hikes when I didn't sleep in, and I did some home workouts. So I worked really hard this month, and it's going to sound insane, but I lost 25 pounds.
Wow!
Yeah.
You feeling good? You feeling healthy? You're not pushing it too far?
You know what's funny is I hate saying this because it doesn't sound like the great story, but I feel exactly the same, but everybody else can see the difference. So I've gotten a ton of compliments.
Oh, that's nice. Is it just like a bunch of people on the sidewalk winking at you like, hey, sailor?
Yeah, tons of that.
Oh, that's gotta be annoying.
If you inhale deeply, do your pants fall down?
Oh, my pants are so loose. Honestly, that's a huge problem.
So don't ever like reach up and say like, "Oh, I'll help you with that." The jar of pickles.
No more reaching top shelves. Not reaching for the top shelf anytime
It's a hidden camera show. Gotta go.
Bye. That's amazing.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
I assume mission accomplished for the weight loss, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this month, yes, but I gotta go further for sure.
Really?
I'm a big boy. So
0
to
pounds.
speak of that, I'm about to post my how much progress I've made in the Discord on my weight loss app.
Yeah.
But I'm so mad I didn't hit this today, but I am currently 1 pound over 300 pounds. So I'm about to hit a huge milestone.
Oh,
also.
wow.
Oh, wow. That's incredible, man. So what's the new goal?
I mean, like, should I go for 15 or 20? I don't like. I was gonna ask you guys.
I mean, at this pace, you know how to hit 25. Mm-hmm. I think 20 is good.
You think I can do it?
We believe in you. Hang on. Let's ask the chat. Can he do it? Oh, that was a mistake. People are outraged.
Wait for the delay.
Oh, don't read this. This is really going to take the wind right out of your sails.
Yeah,
people are saying no. You can't do it.
Wait, no. Wait, the tide's turning. Yarrow says yes, he can. Matthew Thice says do it. Bob Beal says yes. Hugo says heck yeah.
All right. I'm going for 20 pounds. It's decided.
All right. Way to go, man.
All your clothes are going to be obsolete.
Yeah, I did just want to say that my secondary thing that I said about going on longer hikes, I did not do that at all. It's just way too hot in Florida. It is just too hot right now, so I'm going to have to wait till winter.
Yeah, just a dismal failure here, hell yeah. And you didn't kiss the armadillo.
No kissing the armadillo.
This is horrifying. Well, hey, you can kiss your own butt if you keep losing all this weight. You'll be so flexible.
Is that how they'll be so flexible? Is that the goal? Every boy's goal is to lose enough weight to kiss their own butt. Oh, well.
Oh, well, talking. Hey, hell yeah. Thanks so much for your support of
that's
MinnMax,
awesome.
man.
Thank you so much. Have a nice night. Bye.
Bye. He actually did fall into a sewer grate because he's so skinny now.
Oh, no. He's
that
like a
actually
little noodle?
He's a little noodle. Yeah. Yarrow's coming up next. To Yarrow, I'll call ya right now.
Oh.
Come on,
guys.
Come on, everybody, calm down.
Come on, guys.
Hello, welcome to the show, Yarrow.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Really, really well. Your goals. Oh, what an interesting one, Yarrow.
Uh-oh.
To finish Fire Emblem Three Houses and Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
So, well, I was a little bit into both. I was about halfway through Battlestar and about 10 hours into Fire Emblem. To me, that was a shorter month. I know those are pretty hefty things, but I didn't feel like I'd get through that. But I'll go through them here. But I finished these goals and I exceeded them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yes, I got through Battlestar Galactica. Fantastic show.
The ending, whilst being vague, were you happy with how weird it was?
I was, yes.
Oh, cool.
I'm someone, I don't need, like, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but I'm someone that I like different endings for stories. It doesn't, like, I feel like too many shows end kind of cliche, and I felt like it was a little out there that I like that.
Yeah.
Then the same for Fire Emblem. I felt like it got really good after the time skip. And
if you had to choose which one was better, though.
I'm a sucker for anything sci-fi.
Okay.
Like, anything sci-fi, I'm immediately, that's up for me. So I'd have to say Battlestar.
There it is. Lock it in. Take that, Intelligent Systems.
Hates Fire Emblem.
Hated it. It was the worst game I ever played.
I get it, man. Yarrow, would you like to set a new goal for August?
I would, but I'll tell you a few other things I went through too.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I finished that. I'll just run through the list here.
Sure.
I finished Black Mesa.
Oh, cool.
Fury.
Wow.
Ori and the Blind Forest. Super Hot. It's the new game for Super Hot.
Mind Control Delete, one of the greatest titles of the year. I love that name.
Wonderful name. Wasn't as big a fan of the game though.
Okay.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Wow.
And Limbo. After that stream.
What an odd selection. Like Fury in particular. It's like, what? I never would have thought of going back to Fury.
I had just... ever since I started playing... Sekiro was my first like Dark Souls style game.
Yeah.
And since then I've been really wanting to try some other stuff. And I've got the other Dark Souls games at some point. I will get through them. They're not on my list for this month. But I just saw this game as like... It's essentially just the boss rush. Just the bosses themselves. And a little bit more bullet hilly.
Yeah.
Because it's a top-down view and everything. And I was like, you know what? It took me like 5 hours, and I was like, I'll try this out. And it was okay.
Okay.
The combat was not my favorite, but
sure.
Yeah, I just was knocking through stuff that I was on my list there. So I was really, really proud of the amount of stuff I was able to get to. I mean, that was a lot more than I was expecting for it. So
yeah. Well, hey, that's awesome, man. And what about August?
So, now Halo's on the list because of the Deepest Dive, which
awesome. Thank you for participating.
Going to be great. And I'm also working through Dragon Age Inquisition.
Okay.
I played through that game originally, got about 100 hours into that game, and then I didn't finish it. Whew. And that was when it came out, so I just decided to start over.
You are a hardcore gamer.
Oh, please.
I know that's too flattering.
I just like the term MLG.
Okay, I understand.
And then, so I'm going to go through those two, and then I'm finally starting the second chapter of Trails in the Sky. Okay. I said I was going to do that last time, and I'm going to do it now. So yeah, I'm going to start through that. And the first game ended on such a big cliffhanger. I've been really excited to get back into it. Gameplay is fantastic. So
yeah.
Those are my three things this month.
Man, you're setting it up. What about the month after this? If you went for something other than media, what if you shook it up a little bit?
Do you mean do something besides clear up my backlog?
Yeah, like climb a mountain. The ultimate.
Well, I did that twice already. So.
Well, how about this? You've been consuming games and television shows. Can you consume an entire wedding cake?
No, this might sound blasphemous. I'm not a big cake person.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
not a big sweets person in general.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, let's get better and let's get ButterQuest.
ButterQuest.
I just rather eat a stick of butter if that's the case.
Wow. Actually, what Cork had at his wedding is really sweet. They all gathered around and shoved sticks of butter in each other's mouths. It was
so frozen. It was.
I figured they would just do like a little conveyor belt where you just stuck your mouth up to it and just went in down your throat.
That's a smarter way. You'll get it for the next one. All right, Yarrow, thank you so much for calling in and thanks for your support. And looking forward to hearing about Dragon Age Inquisition and Halo and Trails in the Sky, man.
Thanks. You guys have a good one. And Cork, wonderful, wonderful art.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's very sweet. All right. Bye, dude.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye. Tactical Dreamer. Do you know that song, Detachable Penis, Cork?
Yeah. King Missile.
King Missile's Detachable Penis?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very Loveline thing. Yeah. They play it all the time on there, but I have that rhythm of that song stuck in my head all the time. That was
like an early, 90s MTV would play that video all the time.
Right. Hey, Tactical Dreamer.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. Am I loud?
You are, but I've got it adjusted right over here. Do you know the song Detachable Penis?
No. And this is a little bit of conversation that happened right before you called me.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. It's confusing.
It was interesting, I guess.
Well, you're going to hear it now.
No, I won't play it. I guess that's a little bit much. Anyways, Tactical Dreamer, your goal, if I may dial this in correctly, was to continue streaming every day, being social, and doubling current Twitch followers. Ambitious goals. How'd it go?
Very well. We actually, thanks to the very generous MinnMax community, I doubled my Twitch followers in like 7 days last month.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
And just from the BetterQuest channel?
Yeah. It was almost all people from MinnMax that I recognize from the Discord.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Has streaming been more fun with more people following? Is that a one-to-one?
It hasn't been one-to-one. A lot of people followed. I haven't had as many people actually come in and watch, which is fine. But fine. I do appreciate the follows. I think I'm at 63 followers now.
Nice, man. Congratulations. Really well. And you've been streaming every day?
Yep, still streaming every day.
Nice. What's been the most fun game you've streamed so far?
Probably the new Paper Mario Origami King is actually really good.
I just a couple hours in, but I was bracing for the worst. I really was disappointed by Color Splash in particular. But I've really been enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I need to get it out of my head. Like, it's not an RPG. It's an adventure game with puzzles. You know, like that is just the framing.
Yeah.
Have you been playing it? I know you played a little bit, right?
I played a little bit. Yeah, I didn't pick it up yet.
Well, you went so hard on Ghost.
Yes.
Yeah. Tactical Dreamer, what would you like your new goal to be?
So I'm setting 2. One is still for my Twitch channel, but I want to get away from that for my goals going forward. So I do want to make affiliate this month, which the only thing I need for that is 3 viewer average, which I'm at 2.5 right now. So I feel pretty good about that goal.
Okay. Nice.
And then I want to actually edit a video to put on my YouTube channel, because everything I put on my YouTube channel has just been archives. I haven't even made thumbnails.
Right.
And I don't even know where to start with video editing or thumbnails or anything like that. So I'm going to have fun figuring that out.
Yeah, you should ask Leo. There is some free video editing software that he was going to be using, and I forget the name of it. You should just ask him in the Discord what the free video editing software was, because that probably would be a good place to start.
Cool.
He has a video about how to make the ultimate YouTube thumbnail.
Oh, that's true. Then you watch that on his personal channel. Yeah, Then you got all your bases covered, man.
Perfect.
Oh, good. Okay, so edit a video for YouTube, learn all that, and make affiliate. Those are the goals?
Yep, absolutely.
Sweet. Well, hey, best of luck. Let us know how it goes. Keep us updated in the BetterQuest channel.
Hey, thanks. Good luck to you guys, too. And I love your painting, Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
Jeff, you got to sell this painting, man.
$5,000.
Oh, my God. It's here. Take it. All right. Thanks, Tactical Dreamer. Bye.
Bye.
Captain. Oh, boy. Everyone changes their name all the time.
Yeah.
So Captain Snail 1, I assume, is Captain Stubbs 1. Let's try Colin. And if it's not, it'll be a fun surprise. Hello, Captain Stubbs 1.
Ben Hanson.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing tonight?
Doing really well. And I'm not alone. I just discovered that Jeff Cork is over here, too.
Yes.
Jeff Cork.
It's true.
What a shock.
Oh, my God.
Your goal, Captain Stubbs 1, was to finish book from last month and have one episode out of your Ask a Locksmith podcast.
Yes.
How has that gone?
Well, the book is finished.
Nice.
It's a wonderful read.
Perfect. Which one was it again?
It was, what was the title? Extreme Ownership.
Okay. Right on.
By Jocko Willink and Leif Babin, a couple of U.S. Navy SEALs.
Well, there we go. And then the Ask a Locksmith podcast?
Well, if you happen to have heard the MinnMax show today...
I did hear that one. I caught that one.
Yes, I have my second episode out as of this past Monday, actually.
Way to go!
And what is it simply called Ask a Locksmith?
That's it. Ask a Locksmith.
I will subscribe to it.
That's fantastic. Do people write in then?
Yeah, I've gotten emails from a bunch of people in the community. I'd love more. The more questions, the better. The more questions going to keep the show going.
And where do they send emails about lockpicking and locksmithing?
AskALocksmithPod@gmail.com.
I love that. What's been the highlight of the episode so far?
Honestly, was so far getting to see what's that game? Splinter Cell Chaos Theory lockpicking.
Yeah.
They have a really good dissection of a pin tumbler lock. It's pretty accurate.
That's amazing. Is it the most accurate you've seen in a game?
Their tension wrench wasn't quite right.
I always get you.
Which gets a few points knocked off.
I understand.
I think Assassin's Creed Unity is still my personal favorite of the games that I've played.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have to listen to the podcast to find out more about that. But what is your goal for August, sir?
Jeff Cork, I feel ya. From the opening of this podcast.
Yeah.
I put some weight back on this month myself. Fighting some depression and just some emotional behavior that I'm not happy with in myself. So, Ben, I'm going to take your example for the first month and try to do some meditation this month.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, great. Do you have a goal of like every day or?
I'm thinking 10 minutes every day, yeah.
Have you gotten into it before?
Nope. This would be a first time.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you have to pay for it, and it's not much. There might even be a trial, but that Headspace app is a really good way just to have that guided meditation for 10 minutes a day, just to get the ball rolling. I feel like you can unsub after a little bit of time. I think you'll get the idea, but just to have some place to start, I think that's a really helpful guide.
Yeah, just to have some early instruction.
Yeah, and that app I'm not crazy about. There's they've been packing it full of features, and it's like, just, can I hit a button and it'll tell me how to meditate, please? But it is in there if you just dig a little bit.
Well, perfect. I'll check into it for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, are you looking for just, like, what's the ultimate goal? Just to focus a little bit more, be present a little bit more?
Be present a little bit more control over my emotions. I've probably been reacting poorly to things in my life. I guess I've just been a little short with myself and with people in my life lately.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Well, there we go. I think that'll be a good experience for you. Let us know how it goes. I love that when the goals are like recycling and people are picking up goals from other people and it's all a big mishmash of good ideas.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Captain Stubbs 1, thank you so much. And also, thank you for supporting us at the tier where you're going to be playing games with us, and you've chosen to play Borderlands 3 with Jeffem.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
That's going to be such a unique thing. Let me know how that goes, because Jeffem is the sweetest guy, but he's also like kind of a shy guy.
Yeah.
And so I want to know what that hour of playing Borderlands 3 with Jeffem is like. I think it'll be lovely, but be our little mole. He's not going to listen to this. Let us know how that goes.
Save a little bit of your negative feelings and give them to Fava.
Yeah, really let him have it.
Yeah. Don't meditate it all out. You got to keep some.
That's right.
Fuel.
All right. Sounds wonderful. I'm really looking forward to it. I bet it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. All right. Thanks so much, Captain Stubbs.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Jesus. I don't think he's all right. I think he was hit by a stranger. I think that's an AFI song. Hit by a stranger.
I think it was too. I was thinking the same thing.
By the way, Jeff Cork.
Yeah.
There's probably, if you're an AFI fan.
Is it a secret?
Well, by the time this goes live for everybody else, it won't be a secret. But if you like AFI, the band AFI, you will love my podcast with Jeff Cork called A Fire Inside Out, and the latest episode has a very special guest on it.
Let's just say it's a pretty good get.
Let's just say it rhymes with Jade Puget.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Molden for Holden.
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey. Oh, my God. Best mic of the night.
Yep.
Best mic of the night. How's it going, man? How's your month been?
My month's been pretty solid, man. Just making it happen out here.
You feel like you meditate regularly.
It feels like he's making it happen, too.
You know, I've kind of realized that, like, listening back on some of these, I feel like I sound really dry, and I'm usually not this dry. but I just try to keep myself mellow, you know.
I get it, man. I get it. Trying to keep myself. Hey, look, man, I get it.
Jeez.
Hey, it's Molden. So, Holden, your goals were to start a podcast about 9 different nerdy topics and how to waste your time. How to Waste Your Time was the name of it?
Yeah, How to Waste Your Time. It was the name of the podcast, and I didn't specify they were nerdy topics. I think that was just your own.
Editorializing.
My judgment. I will erase the word nerdy for you, sir.
I think you were trying to be less snarky this month, but I don't know if you're succeeding at that.
These were cool things like math and chess and video games
and pocket protectors. So how's it been going?
It went really well. We finally got something worked out with our graphic designer and got that on the road. So we posted the first episode of the podcast just last week.
Hey,
there you go.
Holden.
What was the subject? Just to rub it in Hanson's face.
No, nothing
Making
specifically.
love.
In the show, we went over all 9 topics, and that's what we're going to do in every episode. So we went over just basically what we've been wasting our time on in the past month, and kind of invited the audience and each other to better choose how to waste your time, because I kind of don't like it when people let things come to them and are subjected by whether it's their feed on Instagram or whatever. I like it when people go out and actively seek something that might interest them.
Yeah. Well, right on. The experience of being on the podcast was fun. Was it stiffer than you thought, looser than you thought? What was your reaction there?
So the first episode we recorded before really we started, all we knew was the name and kind of the premise, and we just recorded it really free flowing. Yeah. And just to kind of get it out there. But I loved having all this feedback and everything that people said they liked and they didn't like and what they think I should add. And that was really helpful for me to kind of say, this is how we're going to twist it going forward. And I've really appreciated everyone in the community kind of helping me making my show better, because that's really what I want it to do, is just keep on improving as we go on and make about 1 episode a month, just so we have enough time to consume all of this content that we want to talk about.
That's awesome. And the name again for people if they want to check it out and listen to it?
How to Waste Your Time. I'm actually surprised that wasn't taken. I came up with everything that I could think of, and that one wasn't taken. The one that was taken that I was really upset was I wanted to do the Hodgepodge cast, just because it sounded really good. Yeah. But of course, it exists. It's some country music podcast. And,
they always take the best ones. Yep. Yeah. Well, hey, what would you like your August goal to be?
So obviously we're going to put out a second episode in August, but I wanted to do something more specific that I've been wanting to do for a while, ever since Leo Vader talked about it. I'm sure on GI. He mentioned he has a little group chat with some of his buds, and it might just be a text chat called Dream Boys, where he and all his friends, whenever they have dreams, is basically like a dream diary or dream journal.
That's good. Yeah.
And so I want to do that with some of my mates in a Discord channel, and just basically anytime we have a dream, just go in as much detail as we can, because I have some vivid, wild dreams, and I tell them to my wife right as soon as I wake up, but then I forget them the next day. So I wanted some kind of way to log them and kind of make sense of them, maybe for myself and my own maybe personal meditation to kind of see where I want to go.
Yeah, that's fun. And does Discord delete messages at a certain point? Because that would be fun to go back and read it from years before to see how well you remember those. Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it's eternal. So
yeah. So if a guy had a dream where elephant was pooping on his head, what would you say that guy was going on with him?
What's he scared of?
I feel like that's a big arachnophobia. He's really letting that fear of spiders eating him alive kind of manifest in this giraffe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That works.
My dream last night was I was in a school, and it's just a bunch of adults in the school sitting around. No, hang on, you got to hear this dream, Jeff. This dream was crazy. And then this lady with a gun came in, and she was holding it on somebody's head, and I was like, sitting towards the middle, and I was like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not going to get taken hostage or be attacked here because, like, I'm really unassuming. I'm just off the radar. There's no reason she would ever draw her attention over to me. And then at a certain point she did, and then, like, held me at gunpoint for so long. It went on for so long that everyone else in the classroom environment was just, like, casual, and they're, like, going out to the hallway to get a drink. And I'm sitting on this couch like, hey, will somebody please text the police? Just do something. You're literally out of the room. Call the police. And no one was doing it. No one was helping me. Now, what is that?
You feel helpless?
I feel helpless.
I think you've been drinking too much bubbly.
Oh, actually, it does give warnings on the can. Yeah, we'll be scared of women, I believe is how it's labeled.
True.
Holden, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man, my pleasure.
All right, and best of luck with the goal.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
I would love, like, if when you wake up, you have your dream.
Yeah.
If there was an app, of course, because everything has to be an app, where it would say, that dream actually lasted 5 seconds. Because I think what happens is your brain fills in details as it's happening.
To make it feel like it's longer.
To make it, to be like, oh yeah, that actually took 10 minutes too.
Yep, because I remember there's been like...
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Yeah, hang on a second, Hugo. Yeah, because I remember hearing some nonsense when I was a kid where it's like, 1 hour of dream time is 1 minute. Oh, is that... Is that really Inception?
Yeah.
I guess it is. Yeah. But I think I even heard that before, right? I must have been pulling that from somewhere, but there's no way that's real.
That can't be real.
No, I think it's just the mind is so loose when it's dreaming that it's like, I don't know, and then time passed, whatever.
Yeah. Because like those really epic sprawling dreams that you have.
Yeah.
Like, is that a 5-minute experience or was that like a 2-hour saga that was happening?
Right.
I want to know the answers.
And I love it when you wake up. And then just a little bit, and you go back to sleep, and like
you continue.
You continue, but sometimes you continue, and it's just like a little bit different, like the environment changed or something. Like those slight modifications are so sweet.
Just a palette swap.
Little palette swap. Hello, Hugo. Thank you for calling in.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, it's nice to hear from you. So your goal was to build out a YouTube channel focusing on game design and illustration stuff.
Yeah, that was like the first month. Didn't quite pan out because I was starting my master's at the same time, and it just did not have much free time between work, freelance, and then doing a master's online. This past month was more on the exercising side of things, 3 times a week.
Okay.
And it didn't quite pan out as much either. A little bit better.
Okay.
I want to say like twice, probably more true. I want to bring that up a notch and keep that as a recurring thing and see if I can hit 3 this time around while also eating healthier because I literally only ate pasta this past week.
Okay.
But my real goal for this month, I realized that this whole like trying to get a new habit going has been a bit of a struggle for me. So I just want to double down on the things that I already am doing. And I've been drawing a lot and more often even, and I want to draw at least 5 out of the 7 days a week. Even if it's a little illustration. And I'm starting with kind of making illustrations out of the big emotes that we already have on Discord of the MinnMax crew.
Wait, what is it going to be?
The little emotes that we have on Discord
of the
MinnMax crew.
Yes.
Yeah. The little reactions. I'm gonna make some of them into illustration for the first week, and then each week sort of will have a theme.
That's very fun. I will write that down. Drawing emotes. That's incredible. Which one are you going to start with? Which do you think is the easiest?
Oh gosh, I was making a selection of my favorite, but there's so many that I love. Someone forwarded me like a link that has like all the pictures in high resolution for me to pull from. So that's going to be like a time saver instead of trying to figure out the blurry pixels of the tiny icon.
Yeah. Oh, what a mess. Well, hey, that sounds super fun. And that'll be a fun thing to post in the Discord channel as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure both me and the community will have a blast with the result.
For sure. Thank you so much for your support, Hugo.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. 113 miles per hour. It's coming up next. Coming in fast. Do you remember his goal?
Hello?
Hello. How's it going?
Quite well. How are you doing?
Doing really well. You're on BetterQuest with Jeff Cork and Ben Hanson.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh man, that's so exciting.
Oh, you called into the right show. So your goal was a 30-mile bike ride 4 times.
Yeah, I failed.
What happened?
I had a lot of family stuff come up on the weekends. Nothing crazy, but I just I went out and met my niece, my goddaughter actually.
Wow.
And for a week, and taking a week out of your month, like, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but that was really good and fun. But 30-mile bike ride. So
Hey,
it's a commitment.
time consuming.
That is so tough. No harm done, man. What would you like your goal to be in August?
Well, I got one 30-mile bike ride in.
Okay.
So I didn't. 1/4, is that anything? I don't know.
Yeah, that's 25%.
That's it.
So I think for my goal for the next month, I'm going to try to do. I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself. I'm just going to say 120 miles total. And how I get there, if it's a couple 10-mile, because like 30-mile rides you have to do on the weekend pretty much.
Right.
And so, yeah, doing it so that I can do some smaller bike rides to get there, I think will make it a little bit more doable.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's awesome. And is it just miles total? Like if you're in a plane for a short hop, will that count?
Only if I'm on my bike.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. They're pretty relaxed up there. I mean, they'll take your business any way they can get it these days.
It's true.
Sweet. Well, that's nice. How else are you doing? What else is going on in your life?
Not much. I need to. I guess the other sub goal would be that I need to write my next one shot, D&D one shot.
Ooh.
For the MinnMax group. I'm gonna try and get that done by October, and that is a little time consuming. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna try and do that in a month. But
that's tricky. Well, hey, best of luck with that one, and get on that bike. You better get riding tonight, man.
Oh,
How
I
was
will.
meeting the
As
baby,
soon
by
as
the
we
way?
hang up, I'm basically already on my bike.
I'm sorry, Jeff Cork has a sweet question for you.
How was meeting the baby? I'm assuming it was a baby, unless it was like, oh, you want to be, God, she's 10. She's out back.
She's on her deathbed.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. No, she was a 2-month preemie, but she's 5 months old now.
Oh.
And
great.
she was born right at the start of the pandemic, thus not being able to meet her until now. And so, but yeah, she's doing great. She's obviously gained a ton of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And,
also, that's going to be really fun for her, like 90 years from now. She'll be like, oh, fun fact, I was born in that pandemic. Like, it's going to be brought up throughout her entire life, and she'll be like, here's a fun
she was born on February 27th, so it's like 2 weeks later, everything went to shit. So, damn it.
Right. Well, you broke the streak. We're going great, but we're going to have to let you go for this dirty potty mouth of yours.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
Toilet time.
Have a good one, guys.
13 miles per hour.
Bye. Now, I'm starting to think 113 miles per hour is some sort of anagram for some
dirty word.
Some dirty limerick that he likes.
FCC's going to get us now.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Now the FCC's on us.
Our secret basement broadcasting booth.
Try and shut us down. Isn't that amazing that we have this much freedom? Just like, we'll just broadcast the internet. What are they going to do about
whatever we want.
Yeah. It isn't. I feel like that every once in a while with MinnMax overall. Like, yes, taxes are a big thing, and it's more particular than you think. But it's just amazing that you could just do stuff. You could just do stuff, and there's not like some adult coming in there and be like, all right, cool it.
Like you could technically, if you want to, go to the library and push all the shelves over like giant dominoes.
Yeah, and then try and capture that ghost in there once and for all.
Did you see him?
All right, Matthew Thice. Calling you up.
Hello?
Hello, Thice rhymes with ice.
Yes, that is me.
Welcome to the big show. Let me hear you say hey-o.
Ayo.
There we go. Great. You get the idea. All right. Oh, you have a goal. I need to Google here real quick. By Google, I mean Control F. Yours was to learn to draw, and then I wrote down Mac drawing. What does that mean?
Okay. So, I did not call into BetterQuest Math last month because I was poor, but I called in the first month.
Okay.
In the first month, I said I wanted to learn how to draw, and I asked you guys for a topic. The chat wanted me to draw Mac from Mac.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Now, I did do some sketches of Mac from Mac and Me, but nothing I was really proud of. I did 3. I posted them all on the BetterQuest channel.
Yeah.
So the first month I consider a failure since I did not draw a Mac I was proud of.
Yeah.
But I have kept up with the goal of learning how to draw, and I have been doing a bit better. I talked to some people on in the BetterQuest Discord about ways I could improve. One thing that stuck out to me was, I forget who it was, but someone recommended a video about incremental improvement, just drawing really simple doodles.
Okay.
Just trying to improve off of those. Just draw a bunch of doodles, just gradually trying to improve them.
Yeah. And that's working out okay for you?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing so far.
Are you branching out, or are you just drawing Mac still?
I'm not still drawing Mac.
Situation?
I actually drawed Mac. The last time I drew Mac was Olio today, but that was the first time I drew him in a month.
Okay. Did you notice an improvement of the most recent Mac versus your first attempt at Mac?
I've actually noticed I got walls.
Okay. Well, yeah. No,
but that's only because I haven't drawn Mac in a while.
Okay.
Right. We all make mistakes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, please. That joke was designed to be interrupted, so please go on.
Okay. But anyway, so my goal for July was just draw a bit every day. Even if it's just a little doodle. At certain times during the month, I had important work to do, and I was just I just want to draw, man. I realized drawing is very fun. Yeah. And so I've gotten in the habit of drawing now. I try to draw a bit every day. In fact, when I was listening to this show, I attempted to draw some vague sketches of Jeff Cork.
To call this vague is...
Yeah.
I mean, if you drew a toilet, so help me God.
I have it up on the screen.
Yeah?
Matthew.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff Cork.
Oh, no.
You need to brace yourself.
If you feel bad about your painting, just remember, this is after I've been drawing for months.
So you cannot laugh.
Okay.
Oh, he can laugh.
No, Matthew. He needs to look at this with a straight face. Are you ready, Jeff Cork?
This is you're putting me in an unwinnable situation.
Just be cool. Okay. Revealing the drawing.
See, he gets it. That's what I look like. That's what I look like.
You're right. That's amazing. Thank you. I love this drawing. It makes me laugh so much. It's a beautiful.
It still
looked
like an untalented child drew it.
No, I just love Cork's expression. His eyes are so wonderful. Is it okay if I pop it up on the screen for the video viewers?
Of course.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much for being a good sport.
Okay.
What would you like your new goal to be?
My goal for this month is basically just still keep drawing.
Okay.
If you want to give me a topic I can work towards, I'll do that. But I failed the Mac and Me thing, so I don't know how well that'll work.
So are you drawing on a sketchbook or something, or?
Oh yeah, I'm just doing charcoal pencil sketchbook. I actually went through a sketchbook in the month in July. I'm actually on my second sketchbook now. So
that's cool.
Something. Yeah.
What's a good topic? Chat, do you have any ideas for the topic? By the way, Krista K, she says that was her with the incremental drawing video.
Oh, thank you, Krista.
There we go. Perfect. I mean, that's the thing, because I think it's more interesting to do that still life thing. That's the more artsy thing. But at the same time, it's not as fun. It's not as fun as doing something as concrete as drawing Mac over and over and over again.
The police detective is just getting more and more concerned as he's going down closer to the bottom of the stack. Sir, you've got to come over and see this.
Sir, we've got a man.
If I may take up more of your time, that is something I talked about with people on the Discord. at first I wanted to draw like more still life stuff.
Yeah.
But then people were like, hey, if you want to draw like more cartoony stuff, just do it, man.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah. How about what is like a complicated cartoony thing to draw?
Complicated cartoony thing.
Well, draw the. Oh, hang on.
What?
Krista says I like the Sonics. What about some Pokemon? Yeah, why don't you draw the starting Pokemon, the original starter 3?
I have drawn a Bidoof.
Okay.
So I'm already started.
Now I'll have to watch Refreshed on the Pokemon episode to figure out if Bidoof is a starter 3. But I mean,
it's not a starter 3.
I'm just messing with you. Does that sound like a good option? Just doing the original 3?
Oh, the original 3, like Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle?
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, great. That sounds like a good one. Well, hey, thank you so much, and good luck with your quest there, Matthew.
Yeah, good luck with yours too.
Thank you so much. Bye. What a saint. What a gosh darn saint. And now, as everybody knows, it's time for Donnie Danico. And Cork, I will not have you make a Donnie Darko joke.
No
matter what.
How about Donnie Danico Patrick?
I'll ask him if we said that last time. Oh, wait a minute. Hello, Donnie.
Hello.
How's it going, sir?
I'm doing good. This is Donnie Darko.
Dang it. Do you get a lot of Danica Patrick jokes?
No. That would have been refreshing to break up the Darko ones.
Yeah, I bet. This is your first time calling into BetterQuest?
Yeah, first time to BetterQuest. So, yeah, it's good to meet you, Jeff.
Hey, nice to meet you as well.
What would you like
Well, don't rush to judgment.
Yeah, this could be a disaster.
It's been nice to meet you.
Have you always wanted to ask Jeff Cork anything?
Yeah. You mentioned earlier a lot of stress you have lately, and I do find that relatable. And I'm wondering how much of that stress is from Alex Stadnick.
Alex Stadnick is, if anything, he's like a valve. A stress release valve. Yeah.
Just because he's like you can hug him probably till his eyes pop out. He's a bear of a man.
He did actually, I did get one good hug from him before we weren't allowed to touch anybody. And it is exactly as good as you think it might be.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal.
It looked too good to be true.
Donnie, do you know Alex, or are you just a fan of the podcast?
Oh yeah, I love him over at GI as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, what would you like your big goal in August to be?
So I just based on memory, I don't know if a goal like this has been done on BetterQuest yet. So it's okay if you need me to kind of explain further.
Sure.
I'm trying to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
And you're going to do it by limb removal? Is that the...
Well, yeah, I'm trying to say, how can I mix it up? And I have all these limbs.
Peeler. Just...
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Do you have a number in mind?
Yeah, so I think I'd like to try. I'm not spending time at the gym right now. I'm not quite comfortable to go back to those yet. So I'm doing at-home workouts and, eating better. So I think I'd like to go for 10 pounds.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And it won't feel too bad if I don't quite get there because, I'm not doing the big workouts that I could at the gym.
Right.
But a few years back, I did gym and eating right for about 2 months, and I lost 20 pounds. So I think that's a decent goal to try to shoot for.
Yeah, keep it safe, be cool, go slow. But that sounds great. We believe in you. Hell, I just met you, and I believe in you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sweet, Donnie. Thank you so much. Anything else you want from MinnMax in the future, by the way? I know this is more of a MinnFax question, but you know what? We're running these airwaves.
You know what? We're going wild. It's fine. I really like the amount of stuff you have right now. So I'm happy with what you got. I'll probably be happy with anything else you guys introduce.
Oh, and then he hung up. We lost Donnie. He changed his mind that he was actually unhappy with us halfway through his sentiment and said, you know what?
He just hit refresh on your playlist. He was like, oh, wait a second. Hot trash.
There's a lot of clips that aren't doing well. He's back. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Donnie?
Hello.
He's back.
All right. So what's your goal for August? No. We're just about done anyway, but thank you. Sorry you had a computer malfunction.
That's okay. I'll live with it.
Okay. That's sweet. Well, hey, thanks for coming back so we can say thank you for your support, Donnie, and we wish you well on your big quest. We look forward to hearing your updates in the Discord.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye.
You gotta call it back. I'm sure there was an E in there.
I didn't hear that E. We have a couple people that posted text posts. Do you want me to run these down?
Let's do it.
Rob Hudak, aka Rook, says, and my goal is to read this without stumbling over my words. Okay, I'm going to do this perfectly because every community question I feel like I bungle.
Okay, one take, Ben. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm still laughing. That drawing made me laugh so much because I was staring at it for so long, knowing that it was coming up. So it was like full
amazing.
frame that drawing of you. Okay, anyways. Rob says, apologies that I'm unable to call in this week to hear the dulcet tones of your beautiful... I already messed it up. Of you beautiful men. But my BetterQuest is actually part of the reason why. And before you ask, it is not to avoid talking to you two. At least I don't think it is. Anyway, first an update on my previous 2 BetterQuest goals. Feel the burn, Dark Souls exercise routine persists and is going well. No alcohol for July was successful, mostly. Jess and I went camping midway through the month and I had a couple beers after setting up camp in 99-degree weather, and we shared a couple drinks of whiskey while having a lovely heart-to-heart conversation. That sounds like the best moment of your life. But beyond that, I have held strong. I brought myself a nice bottle of scotch. Bought myself, dang it, for this month to celebrate while adhering to in moderation, and then September we'll have it as a repeated goal. Okay. Now, as for August, I want to be better about streaming, and the first step for me is making a consistent schedule to which I can adhere without detracting from spending time with Jess and Fenthras, our adorable husky. So, team game Tuesdays 5 through 7, anything goes Thursdays 5 through 7, and Praise the Sundays at 10 a.m. Well, best of luck with streaming, Rob. That's great.
Seems like this Jess person is really cramping his style.
Yeah, a BetterQuest goal, appreciate Jess more. Okay, so stream more. Gotcha. Crater says, I don't think I'll be able to make it, but I do have a goal for myself, albeit a hard one to quantify to gauge my progress, so maybe you guys can help me. I want to sing more. Particularly publicly, which is going to be a little bit hard to swing right now with the pandemic. I've never done karaoke or musical theater, but have always wanted to do both. I'm not entirely sure what keeps me from doing it. It's not lack of confidence. Frankly, I think I'm a pretty good singer. Look at that, Crater.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's going to have to prove this next time.
Yep.
But have always felt awkward or shy about having people hear me sing. Oh, I put up a clip of me singing to Yarrow in the council chat and felt it went over pretty well. I was thinking maybe I could do more stuff like that since going to bars and karaoke seems like a mess. Maybe some videos or audio recordings of myself singing and sharing them to the Discord. Maybe sing while I stream. What do you guys think? I think singing while you stream is very fun. Oh, here's what you do. You stream Twitch Sings. Yeah, Twitch Sings is made by Harmonix, and it is a cool little interactive karaoke experience. So just do that, set up the tech, it shouldn't be too hard to do, and then just post the link. It's great. That'd be fun. Thom Blackburn says, I hit my goal last of calling into a MinnMax show. In the spirit of working towards better mental health, I've made it a priority to see a psychiatrist. I did it today.
Nicely done.
Next goal, do it again. See a doctor, you dingus. Then regularly see a therapist. Thom Blackburn, see a doctor, you dingus. Sweet. I'm glad everybody's doing so well. Bob Backwards is coming up next. Spoke too soon. Watch out. Getting this bear cat in here. Ready for Bob Backwards?
I guess.
I guess we can talk to him. He's been hanging out in the chat for hours and hours. No. Hello, Bob Backwards.
Domino's Pizza. How can I help you?
Oh, crap. How's it going, man? I'm so prepared for you to have like a game or something for us, but that's the MinnFax call-in.
That's the other one.
That's the other one. Yes. What is... Hang on.
Hold on.
Oh, you had, yes, losing the total of 99 pounds in honor of your fantastic podcast, 99 Questions, in honor of the wedding coming up. How was the last month for you?
Good, but not as good as I wanted.
Okay.
I could have flubbed it, but I actually lost 7. So I didn't hit the 8.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I got, and on a technicality, because the best way to win is always on a technicality.
That's right.
Is last month I went like 4 pounds over my goal of 8. So if you just take a little off of that.
All right. We'll allow it, but watch yourself, counselor.
All right.
And so in the next month, it's just going to be a continuation of losing all this weight?
Correct. Resets back to 8 and keep it going. I got to save the date for the wedding, so it's actually happening. They don't hate each other. So, it's legit. So
you know what we say? We know what we say here at BetterQuest, Bob. Save the date, lose that 8.
Oh. I thought it was metal with that marriage. I thought that's what you were going to say. Never mind.
Oh, and just two quick things. I don't want to delay it for too long, but
no, please.
First, Cork, wonderful painting. Bravo.
Thank you.
Truly. And second, we got some breaking news.
Oh, really?
Gonna stack the papers.
What's happening?
Breaking news is breaking into the Cork and Hanson studios.
The NFL.
There's been a second wedding that has entered my life here. I'm not only a groomsman in one. A buddy of mine who's been engaged for a little bit is actually moving his wedding up to October.
Wow.
And he reached out to me, and how cool is this? I've wanted to scream this in the Discord, but I've held off for this moment.
Yeah.
I'm officiating the wedding.
Wow. That's amazing. And the fact that you're excited about it, that means you're going to do great.
This is your chance to make it about you.
Absolutely.
I told the wife-to-be I'm going to walk out in a full Pope's outfit.
Yes.
With a cleric's staff.
Yep.
And
the incense in the thing, and you can like swing it over your head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just full like I'm in a mosh pit at a Weezer concert,
Absolutely.
like swinging it over my head.
That's amazing. You have a great voice. You're going to be so good at that.
I was just thinking, but like I'm being influenced also by your icon.
It's a bear.
It's a bear.
It's a cool bear.
You sound like, and I mean this as the highest possible praise, a cartoon character. Of like a cartoon that I love the voice of, if that makes sense. I love it. I just love your cadence and the tone, everything about your voice.
I know the next wedding you can officiate between
me!
you two.
Marry me!
Do I hear wedding bells?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Wedding buells.
Wedding buells.
Wedding buells.
That's your next podcast.
My spinoff podcast.
Wedding buells with Bod Buell.
Well, that's going to be so fun. Take a lot of notes. Here's, if I may offer him a little tip.
Yeah.
At my sister's wedding, we had like our, family not aunt, but it's a close family friend. So
Some
call her
lady.
aunt. Yeah. Some lady. And she made the mistake of, she's like, everybody rise for the bride. And my sister walked down the aisle. And then she forgot to let everybody sit. So everybody stood the rest of the service and nobody called it out. Nobody got the ball rolling. It was like, all right, well, I guess we'll just ride this one out. And
This
then it was
is one
like
of those stand-up weddings.
Yeah, exactly. Then it was at the end. I think we're just like, all right, now you may kiss each other or whatever. Then she said like, oh my God, you've all been standing the whole time. So it's easy to forget those simple things. So maybe just have a little checklist of the basics,
Okay. Yeah.
Don't
Stand
blow
up.
it, 'cause he'll
sit
be
down,
talking about it.
Throw your hands in the air.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Act like you just don't care. Well, hey, Bob, thank you for your support of MinnMax overall, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I'm not wrong, right? His voice totally is like a bear character in a cartoon, like a really the best bear.
He's actually going to be that at the wedding. Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't ever want to. I mean, he seems like a lovely man. I don't want to ever meet him in real life because I like this cartoon version of him that I have in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. T Brinkle, what a day to brinkle a tea. Hello, T Brinkle.
Wow, I love your garage.
That's the dumbest intro I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Was that on MinnFax that I was talking about that?
I think you mentioned it a couple different times, but
that's
yeah, I've been
sad.
in MinnFax pretty recently.
I think at this point I can't stop talking about it. The point is, Cork, you remember this. Remember at Game Informer on the table in the back, they had that like great Lightning McQueen RC car for so long. Yeah. Eventually there was a roll off and I got it. And so we just drove it around, my parents' house for a long time. And one of the lines that he would say was, wow, I love your garage. And we were just obsessed with it, and I can't stop saying it. Anyways, T. Brinkle, thank you for making my day. Did you call into MinnFax before?
I did, to talk about Herb Sims in the City.
Oh, yes, of course. I literally wrote that down as a game that we should do a MinnMax Plays on. And, I forgot to bring it up, but the interview for next week that's going live on MinnMax's YouTube channel, the guy that I interviewed, actually worked on Herb's Sims in the City, and I forgot to ask him about it.
Oh man!
I'm
now
sorry.
you got to call him back.
We got to call him back. Talk about them herbs. But hey, now that you're a blank slate, what would you like your goal to be for August?
Yeah. So my goal is like I'm a fairly like not social person. So like my general goal is to kind of put myself out there more.
Yeah.
And the way I wanted to do that was so like kind of what everyone else is doing is I'm kind of starting a podcast.
Oh, cool.
And so essentially what it is I actually have a few episodes recorded already with my friend Charlie. And the kind of gimmick, I guess, behind it is he's like super into movies, but is like just starting to get into video games. And I'm super into video games and I've like barely watched movies.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going to give each other recommendations and kind of grow each other's experiences with that. And so the main trouble now is I just need to come up with a name and actually publish it.
Ooh, all right. Are you coming to us for help?
Not necessarily. There was one name I had in mind that I don't think I'm going to use, but I love the phrase extra medium.
Extra medium is fun. Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
But something with medium is great. You know, like the other side, a medium's journey. some John Edwards stuff. I don't know. There's something there, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm picking up when I'm laying down, Cork?
Yes, and
take it or leave it. That's tricky. Oh, well, that'll be really fun. So do you feel like it'll be just kind of helpful to just have a podcast out there? Or are you expecting a lot of feedback? Or is it just like the act of recording that podcast will be social and satisfying?
I think it's a little bit of both. Because I guess we've already recorded some episodes. It's just like me trying to get myself out there. So like for example, like I recommended Batman Arkham City to him, and it was really cool to hear his perspective because he pretty much hated it, and like because he barely plays games, and it was like just hearing someone who like is completely just getting started with games is so interesting to me. Yeah. But then I also had one other aspect to like putting myself out there is I started a TikTok exclusive gaming channel.
Wow, hot stuff, man.
Yeah, and so I only wanted to do it mainly for one video, but it was so fun, I'm going to continue it. And the idea is take the format of a YouTube Let's Play and try to cram it into a minute. So like I have one video out there, and it's just like the first 30 seconds is an intro, and then like by the time you're done with that, you're like, well, we're out of time. See you next time.
That's funny. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, hey. Those sound like great goals, and you sound very social to us. So thanks for going on a limb and calling us. I know it's a weird format and a weird thing to do, to talk to strangers on the internet, but we appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Cool. We look forward to hearing the updates and maybe some links even in the Patreon channel.
Yeah, I'll be sure to share it.
All right, cool. Takes care now, T-Brinkle.
Put yourself out there, Hanson.
All right, bye. I got to start a podcast. I got to be more social. I've got to get out of this basement. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger. Here we go. Hello, Adam Walker.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for rounding up all those folks. Adam Walker, Texas Ranger is a mod, and he made the wonderful pinned list that, as you can see, has been very handy for trying to make these calls, because before it was just scattershot of chaos out there.
I'll be honest. I do want to eventually just see how you can do it just without a list and how that runs.
Because it's a pain in the ass.
No. Just because I mean, it's not that difficult to make a list. I just feel like all the praise you throw upon me for making a list makes me wonder if you'd be able to handle it without it. That's why I want to see what that would be.
We can be flexible. We can do what you need. But your goal, if I may be so bold, was, hang on, something with cooking. I lost my spot. Carb free and making dinners and preparing lunches.
So that started off pretty well for a while.
Okay.
July was a real tough month for work in general for me.
Right.
We had maybe like a week and a half where it was straight 95 degree up weather, and I'm a car tech, so I'm outside where you don't get AC, and I'm there for 10 hours a day.
Oof.
So it became a cycle of I had 3 or 4 days with stuff set, and then I get home and I just have absolutely no energy to prepare stuff. And I would buy food that was ready and have that set, and it would be low carbs. I was going to go no carbs, so I kind of fell off it a bit, but I stuck with it enough that I'm happy with what I did. Obviously, I didn't go full no carbs. I didn't make meals every day, but I'm still happy with where I landed with it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, hey, way to go. You feeling better? Feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good. I also felt like I did a lot better with my previous BetterQuest goal, which was just general organization. I've tried to pick up my streaming and get that more organized. I finally beat Sonic in July.
Oh my God.
Moved on to Ride to Hell. Bob and I have done 3 streams of that, and it's been a blast.
God, too hot to handle. I remember some of those sex scenes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm trying to, on the second stream we did, I turned off the screen for a bit because I couldn't handle it, and Bob and some of the other viewers were clamoring to get it back. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I want to have some kind of comedic way to censor some of it out, but I think we might have to just have everything up there as it was meant to be.
As God created it.
You don't want to get horny at work. It's the worst. The worst.
Anyways, Adam, do you have a goal for August?
Yeah, my goal for August is really to hammer down on the streaming thing. I know a couple other people have been talking about making schedules. Doing this, I've been doing every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Bob, and I kind of want to add on a few more games. I started Wind Waker for the first time,
nice.
And I want to try to get that scheduled in good. And been throwing a few other games. It's been helping me motivate myself to also just finish games in general, and I have a pretty hefty backlog. I finally beat Horizon Zero Dawn in July, and I'm thinking about picking a PS4 exclusive to tackle next, and I'm stuck between either Shadow of the Colossus or the Uncharted Collection, which I don't know if that is too much to consider.
That's
I don't know
too much.
How do those first 3 games, balanced out as like a whole game? I assume they're all pretty long.
They're pretty long, yeah.
I played through those like before Uncharted 4 came out, and it took a while.
Like 30 hours total?
Probably around that, yeah. It's not like, I don't think any of them have really approached like the length of a like Last of Us Part 2 or anything like that. But they get thicker.
Yeah, they get thicker.
Like Harry Potter books.
That's right. Well, hey, that sounds good. I mean, Shadow of the Colossus is tough to beat. Yarrow in the chat screaming at you to play Bloodborne.
I am. I think I've been Bloodborne 3 times now, and I know we're doing it September 1st, Summer of Soulsborne. Speaking of which, for anyone listening, the deadline is coming to throw in your questions for our second episode for Dark Souls 2, and you can throw your questions at Bob. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on with games, trying to get those finished.
Sweet. Well, hey, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
No, just hope you guys are having a good night, and wish everyone well.
That's very sweet. Thanks so much, Adam. Take care, dude.
Thank you.
Aren't those lovely folks, Jeff Cork?
The best.
If you've listened this far, you're a hero, and we'd love to hear your voice. You're welcome to call in. People in the MinnMax Council, Hugo. Oh, just had a sketch of Jeff that he just threw in here that's incredible. I'll see if I can include that in the show as well. Oh, these Jeff sketches are just fantastic.
Yeah.
Jeff Cork, we need to set goals for ourselves.
Let's set goals for ourselves.
In the month of August. How are you feeling about it?
I feel pretty good about it.
Pretty good about
Pretty good about it.
Okay, hang on. I got to get this time code. 151, as everybody knows. Have you been thinking for a while about it?
I have.
Okay, have you been waffling?
Here and there a little bit, but I feel pretty good about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going with?
All right. I'm going to be a consumer this month. I'm going to consume first of all, I'm going to keep the painting going.
Okay.
So I'm going to do another painting, and then I'm also going to I don't read enough.
Yeah.
And by enough I mean at all.
Right.
I was thinking, like, what was the last book I read? And I was like, oh, that was a long time ago. So I'm going to read 2 books.
2 books.
Which is like a completely easy, that's not stressful or anything like that. I want to read one of them being Brave New World. I've never read that.
Interesting.
And it's one of those books that will occasionally get brought up as someone
there's
is
like the new series.
The current reality is like Brave New World. And then I can nod quietly and go, yes, I assume that's correct. It's not good, but I would like to read that.
It's only 311 pages.
Well, I'm going to get a bigger version of it, so it'll be like 500.
Oh, I see. It'll be really impressive.
And then I don't know what the other book's going to be. I'll have to look around and
You want to go
see.
classic?
Not necessarily. Just something like fun, interesting. I'm looking for kind of like a pleasurable read, not necessarily like a big homework book.
Not a homework book.
Not a homework book.
Okay. Will you be taking suggestions maybe in the in the channel?
Yeah. Because I've already got the first one locked down. So like, I typically just, if it helps narrow the focus, don't gravitate toward fantasy and magical lands. That doesn't really do it for me, generally speaking.
But do you like Game of Thrones?
To a point.
Okay.
Not really a big sci-fi guy.
Yeah. And nonfiction?
I like nonfiction, but I like fiction too.
Okay.
More like grounded in realism.
Well, this is tricky. All right. So that's a good simple one.
But I also have another one.
Oh my God.
But this one is like, I'm going to put this on a bubble.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an effort, whether or not I complete this or not. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't. But it's funny that Adam Texas Walker just brought this up too. I want to beat Bloodborne.
Really?
Yeah, because it's one of those games that people rave about how great it is and everything, and I have started playing it and stopped probably 5 or 6 times.
Right. 5 or 6?
Yeah.
How far do you get? Like past Gascoigne levels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to a part where there's like a big guy, and he would hit me until I would die.
Oh my God. That's great. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm in that camp too of I'm curious. There's a lot of Jeff art, by the way, in the Discord that we shouldn't be distracted by. Will Garcia says, Cork, we're playing it next month. You should join the Discord on that.
Yeah?
Okay. People are playing through it as a big group.
Okay, so starting next month?
I think so.
Okay, well, I could put a pin in that then.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be like a more fun way of doing that for sure.
Beat Bloodborne
next month.
In September.
That's my goal, to beat it in September.
That's perfect. You know what this is, Jeff Cork?
What?
This is going to be your last time in the MinnMax studio.
Why is that?
Because you're off the show, buddy.
Oh, okay.
With this kind of attitude. No, because I'm moving September, in early September.
Have you sized up what the new studio is going to be like?
Yeah.
Is it going to be good?
Yeah. I think so. It's just one of those things of, we were the first people to tour the house, and we're like, we need to lock this thing down because this house is cool. And I'm a little bit worried about like, everything will fit in that new space, right? Like, I think so.
When you were like, oh, this is a cool house, were you thinking for a studio, or you were like, oh, for my house?
Well, I think the basement is very nice. It has like some nice wood walls and stuff. So it's just one of those things of like, if we can fit everything in there, I think it'll look cool. I just did not bring a measuring tape to map out exactly how much this table will squeeze in that environment. But I think we can do it. If
you're in trouble of like this not fitting into the place you got real problems.
No, I think it will. It's just it's a weird layout, but I think it'll look sweet on camera.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I guess you'll get to experience it first week of September.
What's that address?
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
So I can punch it up in Waze.
Yeah, no problem. Well, that sounds great, Jeff Cork. That sounds like a food goal. A food goal.
A food goal.
Yeah. Mine, I was all over the place. Some of mine were really ambitious and a little bit more real worldy. And then I realized, like, you know what? There's this one thing that I had in my mind starting BetterQuest.
Yeah.
I think it's time to rip off this Band-Aid and do it. And I want to leave it as a surprise. So I think you know what it is, but don't say it. Or you will. But back in I might have started it in 2009. I started filming this documentary back when I was at a TV station about an old video game, a classic video game.
Yeah.
And I used that footage, I cut together a trailer, and that's how I got hired at Game Informer. I have not gone back to that project. That project, it was just half done, this big documentary.
But all the interviews are finished?
Yes. They're like 3 main interviews. Yes. And they were all done. And they were like good interviews. And I remember years ago, I was like, oh, those are going to be so rough because I was so nervous. Like, I'm scared. And then went back and looked at it and I was like, oh, actually, like those interviews still work. Like everything still works here. But my problem is that I was missing some gaps, or there were some gaps of like, oh, I don't have this part of the story. I don't have this part of the story. And then I realized at a certain point, like, well, I can just turn this into a podcast documentary and I can just do a Danny O'Dwyer thing and fill the gaps in myself.
Yep.
It's like going to be the only way to actually finish this off. And so my goal for August is to finish and release this mystery documentary that's been sitting on my backlog for 11 years. How do you feel about that, Chef Cork?
I am excited.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm very worried about it just technically and also just having the time to edit this thing, but I had it in a rough timeline. And so I think I was also self-conscious because I was shooting it in 2009, it's at like 720p. And so I'm just a little bit nervous about like, oh my God, I don't know how it's going to work. But then once I locked in my mind, like, oh, it's primarily a audio podcast documentary. Like, I think we can make this work. And then if the video is a little bit rough, who cares? Like, it's fine. I think it actually looks surprisingly good considering how dumb and naive I was in 2009 when it came to filming stuff. So that holds up well. And I'm just worried about filling those holes. And also it's going to be that weird thing of like, I have to reach out to the people that are in it and be like, hey, remember this thing? Like, are you okay if I release this? Because I think they didn't sign anything.
Oh, yeah.
It was all so loosey-goosey. So I'm going to go back through those emails to see like what we talked about as far as how this was going to be released and all that stuff. It's just like dredging up 11 years of guilt.
Yeah. Well, you know, you might also be able to, like, if you do have gaps that need to be filled, you could get, like, some clarifying statements and everything that even if you reinterpret it in your own words, you're able to fill in those gaps that way.
That is true. Bob Beal says if it's anything like Smash, which rules, I'm very psyched for this, it is not like Smash.
No.
It's going to be drier, but more of gaming history, a very important, I think, piece of gaming history that will be exciting. And also, a part of the reason I want to do it this month is, like, everyone's starving for content. I have this thing that's content, like, oh, it might do well for MinnMax overall. It'd be cool to release this on the channel at some point. So it seems like the time to do it during the quarantine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my goal, Jeff Cork.
That's exciting.
Get that out the window.
Like, that's one that I can be selfish about and like,
yeah,
you better do that because I want that.
I know. Yeah. I know. Same here. Everybody in the chat, throw your hands up. And their hands are up. Thank you to everybody that watched or listened to this episode of BetterQuest. What a delightful, fun show.
This is so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you for being here, Jeff Cork.
Thank you for having me. Even if nothing else, I'm having a good time.
Absolutely. And again, if you want to call in next month, you can support us at that $20 tier. Or if you support us at any tier, then you can jump in that channel and share your goal, because we will have a big list where we will keep track of everybody's goal in a huge Excel spreadsheet, and it'll be a beautiful way to do it. Hugo H. Pereira says, are we doing a community-wide goal?
Oh, yeah.
We did talk about it. The stupid thing is...
You didn't settle on one?
Well, saying it at the end of the show sucks. I should have said it at the top of the show.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we can save the community goal for next month. I will make a note here that says... community goal, because there are good ones and we can think about it. If you have an idea for a community-wide goal, let us know. We have one from Krista K that was great that we could do for next month, but we'll hit it at the top of the show next time.
Okay.
Hey, thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next month, and best of luck with all your quests. And until next time, as we say, Jeff Cork,
BetterQuest.
BetterQuest! Bye, everybody! Do you want to get your name or Twitch or YouTube channel in the description of everything we release? Record a podcast with us, put a picture of your choice on MinnMax's TV, or a whole lot more? You can check out the benefits for supporting us on Patreon. If you support MinnMax at any tier on Patreon, you can submit questions or comments for us to read on the air, and you'll also get access to the wonderful MinnMax Discord. We need your help to keep this whole indie trainer rolling, so we'd appreciate it if you checked us out.